Hi there and welcome to my sewing channel. I'm Emma and this is Sew Do It Emma. This is where I talk about fabrics, patterns and lots of sewing chat, including my sewing journey. If you like what you hear, please do consider subscribing and give me a little thumbs up. In today's video we'll be talking about my July sewing plan. In July, we've got a few collaborations, 3 in fact. So, I'm going to get going because this could be quite long-winded, I think. So if you haven't already, grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee or whatever beverage you want. Get comfy and we'll start going. So first off, I'm going to start talking about my first collab that I'll be doing, and it's with the lovely Christine from Christine Sews A Lot. Recently, Christine reached out to me and asked if I would like to do a collab with her, and I was like, yeah, sure. She was really keen on either the Deer and Doe High Sophie top, the new top from the newest collection from Deer and Doe, or the Evelyn skirt by Chalk and Notch. We decided to go with the Deer and Doe High Sophie top. Now, it's all brilliant because Deer and Doe have recently sized up their Sirocco jumpsuit and brought out a collection which is more size inclusive, which is good. I'm not quite sure what view Christine is going for, but I'm in between the V-neck and the round neck. I think, however, I will go with the round neck because I've chosen a rayon for this. And yeah, let's get into this. So this High Soapy top is from Deer and Doe, and it's a boxy crop top with side button bands. It's got, as I said, 2 necklines, a round neck and a V-neck. Just over 2 meters. However, I'm going to see if I can get it out of 1.5 with a wee bit of pattern treacherous. That equals to 2¼ yards at 45 inches wide, and 45 inches wide is usually about 110 centimeters, 112 centimeters. There we go. I'll also need 6 buttons at 1.5 centimeters. Now, I'm still deliberating on which ones that I'm going to use. So when I come to it, I'll have a look and see what ones would best go well with the fabric, because I've been going back and forth with my fabric choice for this. Now, the pattern calls from cotton or linen, silk or rayon fabric, and it also calls for interfacing for the button placket to secure it. I'm sure it would ask for some for the facings as well. I think this facings. So yeah, so that is the first collaboration, and you're probably going, what about the fabric? Well, I think I've decided to use this. Now, this is a beautiful rayon from Fabric Godmother. She now does it in the emerald green background as well. Yeah, when I saw this, it just reminded me of my Hungarian exchanges when I was at high school, and it just speaks volumes to me like that, and it brings up so many nice memories. And because it's a top, I don't think I would need to line it, although it is a wee bit sheer, but I'll wear a beige bra and it'll be fine. Yeah, so I really like this. It's got a gorgeous drape. I think I said that already, but I can be quite playful with the buttons because you've got so many colours in those flowers. Absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, really nice. So this is the fabric that I'm planning to use, so I'm going to probably iron it first. Well, we'll see. Probably iron it first and play about with the pattern pieces, which I've got printed off, and we'll see how it goes. I'm wanting to try and pattern match as best as I can because it is a simple boxy top, and yeah, because it's wider than the fabric that I was thinking of using, I'll probably get away with 1.5 for this quite easily. After all, it is a small boxy top, but we'll see. Well, I'll report back when we have our release reveal vlog. So really exciting to collaborate with Christine, and thank you for asking me to. Looking forward to seeing yours, and yeah, we'll come back to that, I think, at the middle of July. So I will have to get my little button to gear and get sewing. The next collaboration is with Adele from Sew for Serenity, and we've decided to do the Closet Core Caroline PJs. Now, I think I've got an inkling that Adele might be using double gauze as well, because we've both been influenced by Ruan! Sorry, could not help myself. Ruan, the Yorkshire Sew Girl, absolutely adores double gauze, and I think she's influenced a lot of us Instagrammers and YouTubers to do double gauze pajamas. Yeah, so this will be my first time doing the Caroline pajamas. It's not my first Closet Core pattern. I've done the Pauline, I've done the CeeLo, and I've done... Have I done another one? Maybe not. I want to do the Petras, that's the other one. But, no, I've done the Elodie as well. So, Elodie, Pauline, and the CeeLo. And I want to do the Petras. I think I'll do them after the Carolines. Now, the Carolines go from a 0 to 20, or you've got that's in paper and PDF pattern, or the 14 to 32, unfortunately it's just PDF. I would love to see them branch out and do paper patterns, but I don't think it's a likely situation, but I might be proved wrong. Now, with the Carolines, for the view C that I'm opting to do, short sleeved, still with the collar. Piping, I'm not quite sure about. Might just miss this out, although it would be quite a nice feature to add on. This takes about 3.5 for my measurements. I would probably be a 20-22 on the bust, going out to 26 at the waist and 28-30 for the hips. They do say if you're between sizes to size up, so yes. The measurements for 14 to 32 are bust 42 inches to 60 inches, or that's 107 centimeters to 152.5 centimeters. The waist is 35 inches or to 53 inches, or 89 centimeters, 134.5 centimeters. The hip is 45 inches to 63 inches, or 114 centimeters to 160 centimeters. Hope that made sense. Yeah, so definitely I'll need buttons. I'll probably come to that once I've done the Caroline pajamas, see how they're looking, because is this. You probably have seen this in one of my most recent vlogs. It's the 5 fabrics from my stash. Now, I did earmark this for the Closet Core Carolines, anywho, for my Make 9. Yes, they're in my Make 9 and I really want to do them. It does call for 3.5 for my sizes, or 3.7. I'm going to order another meter of this because I've only got 2.5. So I'm gonna crack on with this. This is a Taylor Brunette double gauze. It's not like the waffly double gauze, it is quite flat, but I absolutely adore these little gold embroidered dots on them. So yes, it's going to be lovely to have them for summer. I'm hoping that they're not going to be too warm. I'm hoping that they're going to be breathable. Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think I might just quickly twirl the shorts in a calico or something, just to make sure that they're right, because I've not done shorts or trousers in the Closet Core range before, so I want to just check the rise and the block and see how that goes. So there we go. That is collaboration number 2, and that is with Adele, so for Serenity. So go and check her out. Yeah, I can't wait. Really can't wait. Last but not least, oh, I've got the paper pattern for this. It's a beautiful collaboration with Jess, So What If I Sew, and we've decided to do the Highlands wrap dress. Now this is a pattern by Ali Olsen, sorry Ali, and it comes in sizes 0 to 30. It comes both in PDF and paper. I have the paper. Got a wee bit excited, but I absolutely adore this version. Yeah, I'll put it here. This version is like the long version, and the wind just catches it. And this girl is on the beach. This model is on the beach. So I'm not quite sure if I'm going to have enough of the fabric, but we'll see. The reason why I chosen this fabric is Jess said we could have a little theme of it, something that reminds you of home. And because we're both Scottish, yes we are, Jess has this mixed accent, but occasionally her little Perthshire, I think it's Perthshire accent comes through. She's lovely. She's lovely. A really lovely wee chat. And she said, well, what about something that reminds you of home? And I instantly thought of heather. Now, when the heather's in full bloom, I can't remember when that is, it always just warms me. I don't go and pick it. I tend not to these days. There's lots of heather, especially in the Highlands. And because of the name of the dress, this is what I was like, oh, the Highlands wrap dress, perfect. And then obviously the heather and everything. So I'll just mention the sizes. So both cups are now included. So you've got a B cup or a D cup. In the paper version. So the B cup is a 0 to 18 and the D cup is a 12 to 30. Now, for the full bust, I'll talk in inches first. For 0 to 18, it's 32 to 43.5 inches for the full bust. Waist is 26 inches to 100, no, waist is 26 inches to 37.5 inches. Hips 35 to 46.5 for the size 18, 0 to 18. Now for the D cup range, it is 12 to 30. So the full bust is 40 inches and a half to 57 inches and a half. The waist is 32.5 inches to 49.5 inches. The hips are 42.5 inches to 59.5 inches. Sorry, I don't have centimetres on the back of this pack, but I have written them down here. I know, I'm dead impressed with myself. So for the 12 to 30, it goes from 102.9 centimetres to 46.1 centimetres. For the waist, it goes from 82.6 centimetres to 125.7 centimetres. For the hip, it goes from 108 centimetres to 151 centimetres. So that's all the numbers done. So yes, the Highland wrap dress should be sewn to mid to lightweight woven fabrics with lots of drape. That's including rayon, linen and tencel are all suitable. They don't recommend using a stretch fabric with this design. The Highland wrap dress is a woven wrap dress with face neckline and melted hem. I think this will be the first time that I've done a melted hem. I might want to practice that on a scrap piece of fabric first. Choose from 2 dress lengths options, maxi or midi. I might actually do the midi because that might be longer than me than the maxi. Both lengths feature above the knee slit, ooh la la, button tabs that secure the wrap at each seam. This dress has an option for short sleeves or a sleeveless option with armhole facings. Now, I think I will probably go for the midi version like I just said. And I'm on an between the sleeveless and the sleeves. What do you think, guys? But first, I'll show you what fabric I'm thinking of. Now this is a plain fabric, and I've had this. I'm sure this came from Lamazi Fabrics. I'm pretty sure. It's just a rayon, viscose, and it's super drapey. And as you can see, it's one of my favourite colours, lilac. And it just reminds me of the heathers on the Cairngorms. The Cairngorms, particularly the village of Aviemore. This was my second home when I was younger. My gran and granddad stayed up in Aviemore when they retired. They used to stay in Aberlady, which is a very small village in just on the east coast of Scotland. It's near North Berwickle, and it's a very, and the house was lovely down there. I have never seen it inside, but from the outskirts it looks like an old English house with, like, I don't think it had thatched roof, but it had like the beams on the outside of what I can remember. But it was a very hard house to heat, and they only had one burner. And it was always cold. Always cold. Yeah, so yeah, that is completely jumping off. But anywho, my gran and granddad, when they retired, definitely my granddad. My gran moved up before my granddad retired, and she ran a B&B from their house. The house was quite big, it was 5 bedrooms, so I think she rented out a couple of bedrooms for a B&B, and she did quite well. And then she stopped doing that. I think when we came along, me and my brother came along, she stopped doing the B&B. And then my granddad retired, and then every holiday, every school holiday, my mum would take me and my brother up to Aviemore. Yeah, and it was like a second home. It was lovely. So anytime I remember of home, heather. So the heather is like, for the Highlands, when it's in full bloom, the hills are just like lilacs and pinks and whites. It's lovely. So yes, that's lovely. Becoming quite tearful there. But good memories, good memories. So I'm going to use this lovely viscose challis to make another wrap dress, and I can't wait to tell you all about it, because you know I like my wrap dresses, and I did talk about this in my other 5 or 10 wrap dresses video. I'll pop a link up there, and I'll pop one in the description box below if I remember. I'm usually quite good at that, so yeah. Yeah, so I cannot wait to try this. Now, you're looking at that fabric behind me, aren't you? Well, this is going to be for this Sirocco jumpsuit. I think I mentioned about this in my Friday stores just last week. And yeah, I'm going to do another Sirocco jumpsuit. I'm going to try and cut it out maybe the same time as the Leah dress. I'm going to try and batch cut out so I can put them all in like my little zippers. I know Ruan like promotes those zippers, but I've had mine for longer. But I went for the A4. I thought the A3 was maybe too big. I just went for the A4, and they do what I need. So You can either go for the A4, A3. I think if you're trying to put your instructions and other bits and pieces, you maybe want to do the A3, but I went for A4 and they do me well, and they've done me quite well for some time. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I want to do the Sirocco, so I'm going to batch cut that up with probably the Aaliyah dress as well, and that'll be in the Sirocco will be in this one, Savannah, and the Sirocco has been updated, as I mentioned at the start of this video, by Deer and Door. They go up to a 60-inch hip body measurement. And I think my needle cord's downstairs. But you've seen this needle cord before. I'm in between decisions about making this. I might make it long sleeves so it can be functional later on in the summer if it's chilly. Even like today, I could probably wear it because it is needle cord. It's not thick, but it will do. That'd be quite nice just to have that. Another lilac make. Definitely feeling lilac at the moment. I've also got another tester coming up. I've still got to receive the files, but yeah, I'll be getting on with that. And I'm hoping to do a mashup. Now, I think I'll be heavily influenced by the mashup that Helen's Closet does on her blog posts, especially when it comes to the Winslow culottes. I feel like I want to make a jumpsuit out of the Winslow culottes, and I think that Ashton, she mixes that up. So there's not much imagination happening there, but hey ho, it is what it is. I think I'll just pinch that idea from there, but we'll see. I'm hoping. Now, I found out about this mashup challenge from Cath and Sally, who both have YouTube channels. I'll link them in the box below, but the challenge is predominantly on Instagram, which again I'll link the posts below so you can go and find out a bit more about it. But I'm going to leave you here. I hope you're inspired to go and sew by some of these beautiful patterns and fabrics. Yeah, and I'll see you very, very shortly. Have a lovely week. Until I see you next time, take care, have fun, happy sewing.